Hi, Sir here from AV Prepping again. So what have we learned in the last week and what are we headed for in the next couple of years? That's what we're going to discuss in this next video. I'll tell you one thing I've learned. They'll shut down a pipeline to push their Green Deal down our throat. Groupthink, baby. And it's all about, let's get the agenda. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They care about their agenda. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the inflation. I talked about it yesterday. I've been ranting about this to my friends forever. But here are some pictures of wood. These are 2x4s at Lowe's here in Jonesboro, Tennessee. The first picture is June of 2020 when we started to remodel our basement. The next picture is of 2x4s at the same Lowe's in February of 2021. And the last picture is of a 2x4 at Lowe's 3 days ago. That's inflation, my friends. And with this pipeline going down, this wood's going to cost more money. And we don't consume that much wood in this country compared to other foods that we eat. I talked about this yesterday. As soon as the pipeline was hacked, the prices were going to go up. The government tells us that it's going to be running. It's running right now, and they're going to phase it in, and it'll be 6 days. Well, they're still using trucks. About a quarter of the truckers are out because of the COVID. Some of them has retired. They're going to have to pull people from other areas to truck the gasoline. Now, once that starts, other supplies are going to be running short. I was at Sam's this morning, and they already put limits on chicken. Not on the beef, but the chicken has limits already. Why? Because they know that there's going to be a shortage of this stuff, and they're going to run into supply problems. And it's just another problem that they're running into. And this administration is going to blame the last administration. And the reality of it is we have to have inflation. We're going to hit hyperinflation. I truly believe that in my heart. And it's going to be slim pickings. So really think about what you have in your pantry. How much food do you have? Do you have enough food to weather a week or two without getting resupplied? My first video, the government wants you to have 72 hours of food. Well, 72 hours of food is nothing. Especially if our infrastructure gets hacked again and you don't have food to buy at the store. If they hack our supply lines, if they hack, a freight company, we're not going to be able to get food. They're going to hold it for ransom. And one thing we did learn is our inept government negotiates with terrorists. That's a cyber attack. That's a terrorist attack on an infrastructure from Russia. And we just caved in and gave them money. A long time ago, whoever managed these places probably would have had a contingency plan on paper and pencil on how to run things if the system goes down. But we don't have that right now. And people need to stop trusting that companies and the government are going to take care of them, because they don't give a crap about you. They don't give a crap about me. They care about their bottom line. And I'm all for capitalism, but they care about their pocketbooks before they care about people. I don't care what they say. That's just my reality. I'm old enough to understand that, shame on me once, crap on me once, shame on me. Crap on me twice, shame on you. So look at your pantry. See how much food you have. If you think you can survive a week with what you have, don't go to the grocery store. Try eating off of your pantry for a week or 2 weeks. See if you can do it. Take a good hard look at what you have. Take all the condiments and put them to the side, because you really can't eat condiments as a meal. How much do you have in your freezer? How much do you have in your cupboard? That's what you need to start thinking about. We'll take a look at my pantry right now, and I don't have enough food. I have, if I was to cut my calories down and be able to survive fine, I have 6 months worth of food, and that's not enough for me. We were at Sam's today, and our long-term prep item that we bought were more beans. We bought a 12-pound bag of beans. Next week, we're going to get another 25-pound bag of rice. And after that, we'll get some canned meat that we'll put in our long-term preps. So just start thinking about these things. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I have in my pantry, and maybe it'll give you an idea of some things you should get to be ready for when prices start going up. You know, it's the fuel line today. You know, they've attacked smaller municipalities, hit their, small municipalities, their ability to clean water. You know, do you have clean water? Do you have enough clean water? Do you have a way to purify your water? You know, there's a lot of things that people need to start thinking about. And we're just going to take a glance at my pantry. Maybe this will give some people a little bit of an idea on what they should have. Because if things get really bad and we experience hyperinflation and we experience kind of a depression, you know, I know people that say, well, I can go hunt for my food. Well, everybody's going to be out hunting for their food, or a lot of people, you know, especially around the area I live in. There's people that can hunt me around the table, man. They are good at what they do. But they're not going to be able to do it if there's no game to hunt. You're not going to be able to go catch fish if an area is fished out. So these are things to think about. You know, get your preps. I say it again and again and again. Our memory is so short. You know, a year ago, we had the COVID and we ran out of toilet paper, meat on the shelves. It's happening again because of the gas problem. And this isn't going to go away. Right now, the I-40 corridor, a major bridge that goes across in Memphis on the 40, is closed down because of the infrastructure. Well, every president since I've been alive has been saying, well, we're going to fix our infrastructure. And they fix things that go to their friends or to their people that are going to give them money back. You know, we're corrupt. Our country is broke because of the politicians. And we have another infrastructure bill. Well, we're going to build infrastructure. Well, how about fixing what we have instead of building a wind turbine or a solar panel? They ain't going to do crap. How about fixing the roads? That might work. It might help the country. But they're going to serve themselves and do what they think they need to do. I don't mean this to be a political video, but, you know, the politicians ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're getting in the way, lining their own pockets, and kissing each other on the ass, saying what a great job they did. Okay, so right now, this is our working pantry right here. This is items that we use day in and day out. We come down and get. That's our working pantry: toilet paper and paper towels. We keep 100 rolls of each on hand. When the pandemic hit, we weren't too worried about it because we always keep it on hand because we prepare. We have coffee. We have everything you can imagine. And this is the working pantry that we use daily almost. Down here we have, you know, bottles for canning. We have mason jars. We have medicine down there. We have lots of Tylenol and ibuprofen. Down in the other side, we have canned stuff from last year. And more mason jars. Okay, so this is another one of our storage areas that we have long-term storage. So this is the Mylar bags. This is stuff that's going to last a really long time. It's sealed. There are oxygen absorbers in there. And that food, let's see what I have right here. Dried mashed potatoes, 2/26/2020. Good for 20 years. Split peas, good for 20 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes of food that is been placed in a Mylar bag, and it's long-term storage. You know, over here we have some water. I have a water filtration pump over there with an extra filter. That's good for almost 1,500 gallons of water. We have our stoves down here. These are the beans that we're going to be making a video of putting them in a Mylar bag to show people how to do that. We have deer meat back there. We have cookies, crackers. Down here we have peanut butter. We have Spam. We have all kinds of stuff. We also have dried, freeze-dried food down there. So there's a lot of things you can be doing to get yourself prepared for when the shiz hits the fan, which is now. Get yourselves ready. I know I keep harping on this, but the government is not going to help you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you watch the whole thing. I hope you get some ideas on what you can do as far as being prepared. You know, start doing it. If it's a week of an extra food this week or next week or whenever you can do it, get it. The price of food is going to go up. Look at the price of the lumber. Just think what's going to happen to rice and beans and beef and chicken and pork. You know, when I was at Sam's Club today, pork shoulder has gone up almost 40 cents a pound. That's insane. Did we run out of pigs or something? I don't get it. Well, I understand. You know, we have to have inflation. And I said this earlier. What's going to happen is, oh, it's the last administration's fault. We take no responsibility for anything. Not that we've given an extra few $1 trillion out and destroyed our money even more, but it's the other person's fault. Pass the buck. That's what the government does. Remember, groupthink, they don't care. Care for yourselves. Start to know your neighbors. Be friends with people. We're all in this together. So I have food. I know for a fact my neighbors have food. We have plans if things go bad. You know, we have ways to protect our food and our families. And I suggest you do the same thing. If you don't have any pew-pews, time to start thinking about getting some pew-pews in the things that the pew-pews use. Because it's just going to get worse, folks. God bless and Semper Fi, man. Pass the word.